I'm going to have a talk about greyhounds and a bit of a rant about greyhounds. Shadow, come here.
He's all right. He's all right.
Come on, out the way. We're making a film. Tasmania, Scotland, Wales, in the UK are planning or have already banned greyhound racing. What a disaster that will be. What a shame on them. That will be the absolute end of greyhounds. Greyhounds are built to run. That's their life. They love running and chasing something. You ban them from racing and they're finished as a breed. They will be just imitations, exaggerated imitations that the show people will develop so they can't even run. Just take a look at the show deerhound. They used to be a magnificent breed and could run, and now it's this long-legged giant beast that would be puffed out after 100 yards. And there's no hope for society, because that's how society's gone. We're so disconnected from nature that we're run by politicians that have no clue about nature at all. You go to the supermarket and there's happy cows grazing, big pictures of happy cows grazing. Underneath them is bloodied meat, bits of cows, and no one seems to put the two and two together. And the reason for their banning greyhound racing is the greyhound might get hurt. That's life. That's what happens in life. The biggest killer of all animals is the cars. Are you going to ban cars? The biggest killer of dogs is the RSPCA. They take dogs in, deliberately mutilate them, and then lots of them they kill. More than anyone else they kill. And PETA, they want to kill every animal. There's no large animal anywhere. Are we going to go and say, right, pet animals, you can't have a pet animal because it might get hurt. You definitely can't let it off the lead. It might trip over something and hurt itself. What about collies working in the mountains? Better ban them. There they are in the wind and snow, and they have to jump over walls and run around. Some of them get hurt doing that. They're going to take away their life. What about police dogs? They're trained to attack gunmen. Is there anything more dangerous than that? Well, there is one more dangerous. Bomb sniffing dogs. Who wants that job? Are we going to go and sniff for them? No, they're having a great time. They're working dogs. They have to have a life. Everyone has to have a life. Children have to go out on bicycles and tear around and fall off bikes and get hurt. Nothing can have life without risk. And by life, I mean a fulfilled life. If you lock something up, like a greyhound, keep it on the lead and lock it up. Well, that is not life. You might as well kill them. I mean, what kind of life is that for any dog on a lead? And let's take pet dogs first. We better ban pet dogs. Far more pet dogs are injured in the way, mentally, they cannot have any life. They're ill-bred. They die before they're 8 years old. Then they're given up and they're killed. There's nowhere compares to a great life a greyhound has. What pet dog gets taken out every morning, groomed every day, goes for runs, and then gets to do what it absolutely loves, which is chasing something? And there's nothing we can do to change it because we're run by people that live in cities and they're disconnected from life. But it's just a sad time.
What about the number of greyhounds that just get knocked on the head because they're not fast enough?
What about the number of working dogs? You can't have working dogs and just keep them all. How many guide dogs for the blind fail? It's something like 80% of Labradors fail their training.
But
Where do they go?
They don't get knocked on the head.
they
They
go-
go to families.
They go to families. How many of them get knocked in the head eventually? How many pet dogs get knocked on the head because they don't fit in right? You know, this is life. And greyhounds get a great life, and some of them will die. If you take pet dogs, I'd say over half of them are going to die early. So where do you stop? You do your best for these dogs, and they've got great institutions finding homes for ex-racing greyhounds, and they're great dogs to own. Some of them will break a leg and can't run anymore. What life can they have after that? You know, some people take them on and have them, but you can't keep every dog in the world that's born. What about police dogs that don't make it? Where do they go? They get auctioned off. How many of them survive being auctioned off and go to their new homes and then bite people?
And you grew up in the greyhound industry, didn't you?
Yes, and it's I can safely say that out of all the dogs I've known and where they go, in like dog kennels, working dogs, there isn't any treated better than greyhounds. Like I say, who takes their dogs out 3 times a day for long walks and grooms them every day and feeds them the very best food and then lets them do what they want to do, which is chase something. You know, a pet dog in someone's home. I'm not saying don't have pet dogs. I'm saying they're at the top of the list of well looked after animals, not at the bottom.
Who? Pet dogs? Or
No,
greyhounds?
greyhounds.
Right.
The same as racehorses. They say about racehorses. They get treated brilliantly. Much better than the ones you see in the paddocks, you know, that are neglected for forever. I'm not saying they're all neglected, but this picking on institutions and just mouthing off things, and it all comes from people like PETA, who don't want you to have any dog whatsoever, any human to have any cow to live, as they kill millions of animals to eat their corn. You know, millions of animals are killed, it's life, to grow vegetables or fruit. Millions of birds are killed to grow fruit. But that's not, that doesn't matter, I don't see that bit. Life is about things die as well. Things get injured. If you can have a good life, like us, we go out and do things. There's people out there on motorbikes roaring around the countryside, having a good time. They're going to get hurt, some of them. There's people out there playing football. Some of them are going to get killed playing football and rugby. Kids are going to get killed playing rugby. That's a fact. And a lot of them are going to get injured. So should we ban it? They're children, not dogs. And you say, well, we don't put children to sleep, but some of them are going to die. So there's yeah. So dogs to have a proper life have got to have things to do, and life is risky. I think that's about all I've got to say on the subject. If you think different,